I was a little bit flirty, I'm not going to lie. And I think he was flirting back with me yesterday. It was reciprocated.
And I'll have to tell him that that can't happen again. Both in this situation, and you've got to think about how that is to her.
I know.
Because that's not fair on her.
No, and I do feel a bit bad.
Just flirting with JJ makes me sad. Ella needs to sort of start thinking about what she does because her actions could cause a lot of issues.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another That's Peak video, and Nathaniel's a funny guy. So you're telling me that he's bothered about, really bothered about how JJ and Ella were flirting. Don't lie to me. You're not even into Ella. You don't even like Ella, but if you did that, you'd have been behaving differently. Okay, it's just that simple. So it is quite fascinating, to be fair, if you have it's like, well, you know, like he's got a girl and you got to think about her, and also he's not your man, I'm your man, bruh. You ain't her man. You're not even her friend. You're not even her best friend. You're just somebody who's just here for the sake of it. Why? I don't know why he puts stay every freaking week. It makes no sense to me at all. Okay, for Ella, I can understand to a certain degree, but this clown, I ain't got a clue, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm hoping that in the next ceremony, we see Nathaniel put leave, and hopefully Ella puts leave too. Because based on the previous for tomorrow's episode, it looks like he decides to use this whole situation as an excuse to come at Ella again. Honestly, any little excuse he can have against Ella, he will use it. And that's how you know without a shadow of a doubt, he is not into Ella. It's so annoying to watch this guy.
And family for this long, it made my mind realise I am not moving, and I don't want to force her to move.
Everyone has a red flag at some point. Everyone has some type of complication at some point. And the thing is, this is my beef with the situation here, okay? Like, when they do the screening, when they do the interviews and stuff, they do the process, okay, with the experts and all them kind of things, and the producers and all them kind of things, right? Surely, one of the questions is, do you mind ever relocating? Surely that is one of the conversations, right? Questions. And I don't think it's fair to put up someone who's willing to relocate up with somebody who's not willing to relocate. Therefore, there's no compromise whatsoever. Do you see what I'm saying? Because in tomorrow's preview, it shows Jay saying that, hey, you know, she's more open to obviously moving than he is, clearly. I don't know, man. All I know is this year is like, it just doesn't make any logical sense why you put two people together if you know there's going to be one big thing that's going to stop them actually making that final move, you know? It's utterly pathetic. I hope it's just a storyline type stuff, because what is the point in them two connecting and getting, you know, more involved if the moving is never going to be a thing on his end? You know, I just think it's only fair if they both are open to it, not just one person being open to it. You know what I mean? Like, but of course, in some circumstances, maybe it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. But I just feel really bad for her because he's flat out saying that, well, I ain't moving unless you move, but without actually asking her to move. You know what I mean? By saying, well, I'm not going to tell her to do it, but I'm just putting my foot down now that I'm not going to move. So yeah, if we don't work, it's going to be because of her. Unless, of course, he's one of those people who's more than happy to make that travel every weekend or every week or whatever, and she's happy to have that type of relationship. All right, cool, no worries. But they definitely do mention that having a long distance relationship may not be that great. So someone is going to move, and I just think it's ridiculous that they'll put together, you know, or at least that question may not have been asked, if you know what I mean. But
yeah, so like be a little selfish, you've compromised, and that's not healthy. So maybe just, you know, think about yourself a little bit first.
Yeah. He can really see that I'm sacrificing a lot here. She expects so much of me. I feel like sometimes I'm just not good enough for Peggy.
That in a relationship, you need to sit down and have a proper talk with him, rather than keep going around in circles, him just telling you what you want to hear. Actually have a talk, see where he's at, and make sure that
99.9% positive. I know the genuine George. He's saying the right things, saying it to me, my family. There's
I'm going to keep it a buck with this one right here, because oh my days, Peggy has definitely been the person that I have disliked this whole season. She's so irritating. I hate the fact that she has this standard, you know? Like, who the hell do you think you are? You know, last week she decided to, and I do apologize for not making the videos for last week, but I was away. I was unable to make the videos last week, only for Patreon, not actually for YouTube itself in particular, so I do apologize for that. But with that being said though, we're in a situation here where Peggy had the audacity to judge other couples and to say that some couples are just friendships, some couples aren't really being real and all that kind of stuff. But who the hell are you to judge other couples about only being in friend zone when you haven't even been intimate with your man? You know, and the crazy thing is that her and us to sit there saying you need to sit him down and have a conversation with him. Peggy has had how many friend conversations with this guy? How many times has she questioned his personality? How many times has she told him to change himself, you know, or pretty much hint at it? And hence the reason why he's obviously trying to adapt to her as much as possible. And she's given him nothing. Nothing. Okay? Terence said it last week. Last week. He said himself, like, yo, like, you get excited just by seeing her breasts, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know why she behaves as if she's God's gift. It really bothers me, you know? One of the biggest hypocrites in the house, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't understand why she hasn't gone to the next stage with him. You know, I'm not saying that she needs to sleep with him necessarily, but like something, you know? It seems as if she's keeping him at arm's length because she's playing some weird game. No wonder why she's still single. I mean, she's single, one, because her sister gets involved, like there's no tomorrow. Her sister needs to shut the hell up and not get involved. But she's also single because clearly she sets obstacles that are just pointless. And they're pointless because even if the guy matches it, she still isn't willing to give him anything back. Make that make sense. Okay, he's made abundantly clear what he likes. You know, physicality is something that he likes. You give him none of that. But yet you and your sister sitting talking about, oh, you need to have another conversation with him. And then you have the audacity to say, well, I know the real George, I know he's authentic, all that kind of stuff. Well, if you know the real George, then why are you holding back then? Why are you holding back from giving him this guy some physicality? You see what I'm saying? To give him some more reassurance that yes, you are into him. You know what I mean? This guy's literally trying to change as much as possible of himself to suit you, but you're giving nothing back. Nah, man, listen, this woman gets on my freaking nerves, man. Nah, I'm not happy. You know, I feel sorry for Georges, man. I actually didn't think I didn't think he's gonna be one of those people I was gonna like this season or even feel sorry for him, but nah, man, she's doing him dirty, man. Gets my nerves, but yeah, whatever. It's actually quite fun though. The last thing that I'll say, I said the very first episode, whichever episode that they had when they were on the honeymoon. I said that personally for me, I just don't think that she is attracted to him. You know, if you go back, I said that I feel like she's somebody who looks for somebody that she feels that she's better than, you know, and this is it. If you go back to that very first episode that I made a video about, okay, regarding this, I think it's episode 2, right? If you go back to the recap there, you know, and I made the comment about that, and the more I think about it, you know, with her, she's a controlling freak. You know, she wants to have someone in life that she believes that she's better than, so therefore she can dictate every single aspect of what goes in the relationship. And that's why her face is so freaking botched up, so you can never read what the hell she's thinking. You know what I mean? Like,
I did hear that you and Ella, I don't know if you know this, have been a bit flirty with each other at the start.
To kiss outside the couple, I said Ella said me.
JJ never told me. That was the first time I'd heard it on the table. It's embarrassing. It's a bit of a joke, really.
I said Ella because I've explained to you previously like what my types were before, so I felt like the only thing I could do, to be honest.
I'd for you, because if someone was acting like that towards my man, I'd be fucking raging.
Well, yeah, but I feel like you don't understand that.
No,
like, you
as a girl, like, it's the disrespect.
Yeah, I do.
you know what though, man? I don't know who's worse, Nathaniel or JJ or Peggy. They're all faking it, to be honest with you. Nathaniel's he's not pansexual. He's gay. He wants a man. That's just point blank period. Okay, so we got him faking it. Then we got Peggy, who's just running these ridiculous obstacles with no end goal whatsoever. So, and now we got JJ. He says the same thing over and over again. Well, I want something different, so I'm happy to see where it goes. Well, you're not, because you're not giving it a chance. But listen, 100%, you know, being in a situation where there's a little bit of flirting going on with Ella, that was obviously unacceptable, without a shadow of a doubt. But this guy here, I forgot his name, Mr. Jack Greach wannabe. He sat there and he was like, well, I don't really want to bring this up, but I want to bring it up. So yeah, I heard that you two were flirting. Like, why is he snitching for? Why are you snitching? Well, this guy. But to be fair, even though I don't like the fact they snitched, right? I like the fact they snitched because it's good for TV, right? But also at the same time, Bianca deserves to know. Without a shadow of a doubt, because this girl needs to stop running on false hope. JJ's not into you. He's never going to be into you. It's just that simple. And even if he did become into you, he'd only be into you temporarily. And if he's not temporarily, I mean, temporarily, and hopefully he'd be into you temporarily to leave you, not temporarily to then cheat on you. You see what I'm saying? Because if he's not satisfied with what he's seen, then he may stay with you, but it doesn't mean he's going to be loyal to you. There's also that conversation right there. Don't forget that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, hopefully at the next ceremony or whatnot, we can see Bianca having a conversation with Ella or doing something. You know, stand up for herself, showing us some kind of a backbone. I hate to see her just being a doormat, and I can't respect that one bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not saying that Ella is a problem personally, but I'm just saying we got to see some from her. You know, whether it be her question Ella's intention just for the sake of it, just to get some reassurance, or whether that be really going in on this waste man JJ. But based on tomorrow's episode, it seems to me as if he asks for more time away from her. Jesus. Never ever be desperate for love. Okay? Never be desperate for love. Remember that, because Bianca right now, that's how she's moving. And she needs to, you know, talk about ideas. But either way though, I'll catch you guys for the episode tomorrow. But with that being said though, at the same time, don't forget I am on Patreon, where you can catch me watching the full episode, okay, without no cuts and pauses, because of course we have no copyright restrictions on that platform. So yeah, the link is down below in the description. Peace. Oh yeah, one last thing as well. Man, that JJ, he said that, you know, obviously I said because that's the type that I'm used to, you know, a girl who's got, you know, like who's all done up and, you know, like got all the surgeons and whatnot. So is he basically telling us that he's been with a trans person before then? You know what I'm saying? Because man was like, yeah, well, he's my usual type. I'm interested about that one. And let's not forget though, I did make a video about this, that apparently Ella does end up cheating on Nathaniel, or at least gets with somebody else anyway in the house. We hadn't seen that person just yet, and maybe it is JJ, but either way though, I'm curious to find out if JJ is someone that is open to trans, because obviously he knows that she's trans, and he says that that's what he's used to as well. Obviously he said models, but let's not forget there are trans models out there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm interested about that one, to be fair. I want to see where that conversation goes to. It probably won't get explored, but I'm just interested for the sake of it. But anyway, we continue. I mean, but with that being said, yeah, I'm out. Peace.